Hey everyone, this is Vicky from Second Sight Tarot, a branch of wellness. I'm here to do the monthly reading for March 2021 for the sign of Scorpio. I've already meditated on your cards. Please remember that this is a general reading and it doesn't resonate for everyone, so please take what does connect with you and leave the rest. I'm going to be doing the element spread today. It's current situation, what emotions you can, how you can move through this through intellect and communication, what emotions that you can connect with through this, and then how you can move through this to get to your destination with grace and ease. So I use a lot of oracle decks and tarot mix, and then some clarifiers along the way. Sorry. I will verbally get it out soon. So, I'm not sure what the name of all of my decks are, but I list the ones that I actually do use a lot in the description box below. This is for Scorpio, March 2021. Current situation. Communication. Thank you. Emotions. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, and I'll explain this, I'm going to pull a couple other cards first before I get into your reading, but at the bottom of the deck is acceptance. And I think this is not the overall energy of the reading, but more of like accepting yourself for who you are, or where you've, who you've become, or accepting the things you cannot change, or just accepting your personality the way it is, and just like loving yourself for who you are. But this is also about accepting other people and where they're at and who they are, and not judging them, and just taking them in with open arms if they resonate with you, of course. Not everyone, but just appreciating where everybody is and not judging them for where they are, knowing that they're doing the best they can with what they have to work with. So accepting things and people the way they are, or where they're at right now, is key. So I'm gonna pull some of these. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Wow, you're coming out quickly. I'll keep these both here. And I excuse my child and the dog if they bark and or scream. Everybody's in the house today. Just enhances the reading a little bit. And the way you can move through this. There we go. Thank you. That's interesting. Overall energy of the deck is housing. And this is all about, it can be actually mean a few different things. Maybe, home is where the heart is, and it doesn't really matter where you are. It's just a matter of like feeling at home wherever you are, because this creature is in a crab shell and there's like this big mansion behind it. So maybe accepting where you are right now with your house, and not maybe looking for the future to like wanting something more, like maybe that's like what you're trying to create. Or just being okay with where you are right now and not looking at other people and what they have, and just really appreciating what you have. Can mean a bunch of different things. It can also mean, if you're dealing with the crab and like Cancer energy, it's like being emotional in the house, something going on with the house. And we can clarify. It's just the bottom of the deck card, but I can look into it as we go along. We'll see what pops up there. These are my faves. The imagery is really beautiful. This is for current situation for Scorpio. This is communication. Take that one. The bottom of the deck, secrets and hidden meaning. It's the mystery card. We'll clarify. We'll see what's going on with that, but maybe there is something that you should look into focusing or paying attention to stuff that is being revealed to you. Kind of like the moon energy, if you got the moon card. Maybe some messages will be coming up or things will be revealed to you, whether it's internally or externally from other people. So just being, keeping your eye open for that kind of energy. Overall reading, energy of the reading. These are the White Witch Tarot Major Arcana cards. They're just the Major Arcanas. This is for Scorpio, March 2021. High Priestess in reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, the Empress. Emperor in reverse. It's interesting. I'll show this, but it's in reverse, the Emperor. This is all about having authority, leadership, or being focused on something specifically, whether it's in your life, specifically internally, or a project you're working on, or your work. It's just the bottom of the energy. I'm not going to really... And you have the Temperance card, which is all about finding balance in this situation. I don't know if it's connected by any means, but it's all about being cautious about stuff. And being patient or having like balance within it. So we'll look into it. I'm not sure if that even is going. We might find out in the cards what's going on, but just wanted to share that. So I'm also going to pull some clarifiers and as we go, not right this second. So in your current situation, you have the remember who you are, return to your roots in reverse. So maybe you are not connecting to yourself right now, or maybe you are on this journey of like really discovering who you are right now and like connecting with yourself, with where you are right now from the things you've learned, or or just going to your, like overall, like looking back on your life. Maybe you're reminiscing or going back into your life and trying to get to know yourself a little bit more on a deeper level. This was in reverse, so I'm not sure if there's maybe like some stagnation there or like some negative thinking or something. I don't know. We'll clarify. And also in this position, this is the Blossoming card in reverse. Pretty much so many signs got this card in all different positions. But in reverse, this is like she's growing a lot. She has a lot of growth, a lot of creating abundance and stuff. But it's like slow and steady. And you can see all like there's just like flowers growing on her. It's kind of like rooting up. She's very connected to what she loves and her passion and like whatever she's focused on. And she's playing the instrument, the violin, and she doesn't have a bow to play it. But the music's being created. Like there's this spark or light there. Almost like she's creating it within and she doesn't need the bow. And I say this different with every single reading that I do because I see something different. Something comes out that you need to hear maybe. But like maybe it's like you have the skills internally, whether it's intuition or a knowing or like a natural talent of some sort. I don't know. This is a current situation, so I'm trying to maybe finding your inner light and really getting to know who you are and realizing that you are blossoming right now to where you want to be, and you don't need everything to get there. Like kind of like I'm just starting this channel, and I don't know everything about tarot, but I know enough to feel like I love it and it's fun for me, and maybe there's a message to inspire someone, but I'm not going to not create something just because I don't have everything I need to blossom it. It'll kind of come with maturity and come with experience, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. It's like, you have maybe there's like this inner light that's sparking you to continue blossoming to get to where you want to go. And either you're going to get the bow soon or you don't need it because you have this inner light. You don't need that. You're creating your own music without that. So we'll see. And then I've never had this card I have, but not in this position right here with these. So I'm going to look at it a little bit. It's the Friendship card. It's a 6, so it is about overcoming obstacles and like having perseverance. So maybe that's in a relationship, a personal relationship, friendships, work relationships, any kind of family relationships. So maybe it's about like, overcoming these obstacles, and you're kind of like having perseverance to work through this. Like you're into it right now. This is your focus. That could connect with like a friendship or a relationship blossoming. I don't do a lot of love readings, but when I see it, it's possible. Right here, we'll see what the clarifiers say. But it could be a new relationship that's blossoming, or it could be a tribe or a friendship that's blossoming that's really valuable to you. It's like your soul person or your soul tribe or your soul family. And they're reminding you of your roots. Like they're taking you back, like, I don't know, maybe like ancestor. Maybe it's like I guess this kind of is sitting with me as like the Six of Cups, meaning nostalgia, reminiscing of the past, or like a soulmate kind of energy. They're bringing you home in a sense. To me, it could be friendships too, or like a community that you're working with, or like friendships that you're around. But it also could be in a relationship, and that's how it's making you feel. And you're in like this blossoming state of feeling so good and empowered, and like finally feeling good to like create because you're happy, internally happy. This also could mean, if that's none of that's resonating, this also could mean a relationship with yourself. Which is very, very possible. You're finally getting to know who you are. You're finally getting to realize like what your potential is, who you like, what you want to do with your life. That you're starting to like yourself. You're starting to realize like, I'm not so bad. Like I got it. I'm gonna like knowing who you truly are internally. Like going back to your like who you are authentically with that card of remembering who you are, and like you're in this blossoming states of really becoming your best self. That could absolutely be this case as well. Actually, I kind of see that more. For the majority than anything else. Could be relationships too, but it's just from what I'm seeing here. It looks like more of internal work, but it could be anything. And then how we move. I'm gonna clarify it as we go. And then how we move through intellect and communication. It says like change. It says a new season of life, but it's in reverse. So I don't normally do these in reverse, but it could be just some stagnation of like accepting change, or not seeing the bigger picture of things, or like, more accepting change, or just going with the flow of change and not resisting it at all, not trying to control it, because we can't control the seasons, right? Like they're going to change no matter what. If you're somewhere that doesn't have seasons, like you can't control nature the way it is. Things are going to grow the way they're going to grow. So it's about like accepting that and just like going with the flow of change. And having abundance, like I do think that you do have abundance in a lot of ways, especially with like maybe you do know how to communicate, you do know how to like articulate things mentally, but maybe this is a goal in mind of you having abundance, or you're going to receive it if you go along with the change and accepting like the flow. Because the skills card came out here too, and this could also be like really like this could be work. This could be skills of how to communicate. Maybe you're a singer. This could be, or using your voice, a speaker, inspirational speaker, teacher, that kind of stuff, using your voice. But it's more of like craft, like really, oh my God, sorry, I can't speak. Perfecting your craft and really utilizing the tools that you have, or learning a new skill to create this abundance for yourself. But this is in the communication and articulation category, how to articulate it. So it's a matter of like using your voice, writing it down, like literally verbalizing it, getting it out. Could be internal, could be external. We'll clarify. And then in the emotional position, what emotions you can connect with through this process. So it's about having confidence that you are where you're supposed to be, and really understanding that things that have happened in the past were meant to happen so you can learn to be your best self now, and like that kind of stuff. Really feeling confident in who you are and who you've become and what journey you're on right now, and just really being confident, standing tall and like owning that confidence, without being egotistical, of course. Using ego to guide you, but staying grounded in that confidence. And support network. I really do think that this could be for a lot of you like relationships, building relationships, feeling confident in relationships, building like deep connections. and they are helping guide you through this. I definitely think that that is very important to you at a time like this. I think it's a need. I think it's a good way to feel secure in your love. I think that's your sign anyways, very love, like you need security. So I think that support your tribe is really important to you, and I think you should definitely focus on this if that's what you need. If not, maybe it's just working with yourself to feel confident enough to be able to stand on your own 2 feet without somebody helping you. More so finding a tribe and connecting with people, especially at this time of year. Like, it's been almost a year of isolation. I know people have hung out little by little, or communicated via technology, but I think we're all in need of our tribes and social networking. This could also mean work. This could be work relationships, learning a skill of how to communicate. Could be through work, teaching or speaking or that kind of thing. And this is like social networking to really have build the confidence, or you have the confidence to move forward in social networking. This could mean a bunch of different things. I don't know. Work is coming out a lot here for me, career and like goal, that kind of stuff. But it's also inner work too, so it could go either way depending on where you are. And the new beginnings or beginnings is in reverse. This card is basically like offering you a new path or a new position, and like inviting you to enter it and see what can possibly happen there. But it's in the reverse, so maybe you're not seeing something being offered to you that could be a new path for you, whether it's work related or just in general, like a new opportunity to better your life. I definitely see work, maybe a new job, or like, gaining this, like really gaining, maybe starting your own business, or like taking a new path, a new job, a whole different ballgame from what you've been doing all this time, a new direction completely. But maybe seeing it, maybe stepping back and kind of looking at the bigger picture and seeing if like opportunities that are coming to you, or not being afraid to take a risk. Maybe being in reverse is just saying, it's stagnant because you're afraid to like think outside of the box there, or move like outside of your comfort zone with something. And this is definitely saying go for it and invite you. I mean, this is all saying like leading to this. And I think it would bring you a lot of joy. This is joy in reverse. So I think that if you would just maybe step through this and take a risk and try something new and exciting, because I think it's more of a soul, spiritual thing calling you, or a soul path calling you, that it would bring you a lot of joy. The inner child is here to play. Like, I think this would be a lot of fun for you. Very exciting. Very new energy, kind of looking at things through through child's eyes of this, like really being like playful and the newness when your kids are learning for the first time. You see like how light they get, how bright they get with like simple things. You can either say like you appreciate the simple things in life. Maybe you need to see them a little bit more to move through this, or this will bring you this joy that you've been looking for a long time. And then in the category of how you move through this to like enter the outcome. I don't know how to articulate that, sorry. But I think maybe some rest. Give yourself time to recuperate before, this is a lot of work. And before you make the step to really physically make shifts and changes, other than doing the work internally, but physically external shifts and changes. Maybe just sitting with yourself for a little bit and being content and being quiet, just to make sure that you haven't missed anything, or that like just to appreciate where you are, all the hard work you've done all this time, all this hard work that you've done. Just like, I don't know, this is not really sitting with me with like sleep. Maybe some of you are tired and need rest, but this is more sitting with me like gratitude, like sitting, resting, like in hermit mode in a sense, and like appreciating all the hard work you've done, all of the enlightenments, like anything that you've done that really hard, like just sitting there and observing it, being grateful for what you have, what you're about to get, the journey you're about to take. This is kind of sitting with me that way. And surrendering. Surrendering to this and just going with the flow. Just do it. Don't hold back. Like, just be yourself. Go with this. Life only happens once the way you know it right now. It might happen again in cycles if you believe in reincarnation, all that. But right now, as you are today with your name and your body and your fingerprint, it only happens once. So why not take the risk and surrender to whatever you are not allowing to happen, and just going with the flow to see what happens, you know? As long as it's safe, of course, you know? Like, take small safety risks, but whatever that means. I don't want somebody like jumping out of a plane or something because of me. I mean, yes, but you know, I didn't say do it like that, but be safe. But just surrendering to the stagnation and just allowing yourself to move through and do this, because you're putting a lot of the work in and you're really trying to attain abundance, and you have what it takes to do this. The burnout card came out that I just saw. This is also about new beginnings and new ideas and new concepts, but maybe the idea that you have, you think is burned out and like kind of like old, and like starting this YouTube channel, I can kind of put that in there. Like, so many people are doing tarot now. Like, why would I do this? It's just like, I'm going to be not seen. Who cares? I'm doing it because I want to do it. And I think it's fun. And it's something I want to check off my list of things that I've gotten inspired to do. So it could be that, or it could just be like you're burned out and you don't have the energy or the strength to move on and start something new, or really like put the energy and the fire underneath it to create new concepts and new ideas. And that is the person that does need the rest. Just plain old rest, you know, surrender, and also by surrendering and not being so controlling or like resisting to change, you do free up this burnout, because you're not pushing anywhere. You're not working hard to hold on to something anymore. You are releasing and surrendering. That to me is like releasing this like exhaustion, because it's so hard to be controlling all the time. I'm not saying you are, but I'm saying controlling things is exhausting. You know, it's like such work, and you're going against resistance against like nature and like the way things are supposed to happen anyway. And it's a lot of work and it burns you out. So maybe this is just saying like, you know, calm down, like relax a little bit, calm down, do some really calming things, rest if you need it. Surrendering might not make you feel so burned out. And we'll clarify, because that could be something totally different and I'm just missing something, but let's clarify. I'm also going to pull some little tarot. This is for March 2021. Scorpio, March 2021. The Queen of Swords and the Empress in reverse. This is for situation. King of Swords. All in the mind. I think you got a lot going on up here. This is for the emotions. Thank you. Swords again. The Eight of Swords. Feeling trapped or bound, like tied down. And the Page of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck is Eight of Cups in reverse. But I'm going to keep it upright just because that's the energy I'm feeling right now. So eights are about, you know, obstacles, blockages. And actually, no, I'm going to keep it in reverse, because that means that you're releasing the obstacles and blockages. You're finally like figuring ways to work around this stuff. And this is internal blockages, internal, I know I'm looking at the outcome here, but this is what it's at the bottom of the deck. So, but I think this is overall everything, like releasing these mental blockages that you've held down, that have been holding you back from doing something that you really want to do. And saying like, I'm not doing this anymore, you know, like I need to work around my obstacles and figure stuff out. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. So I'll read these as I clarify too. I'll do it all in one. So relationships. 20 of them came out for that. I'm going to keep it. Wow, it's fast. You're quick. Maybe you're moving quick through this stuff. The Moon. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, guarded. Maybe, I think that you've been feeling guarded and like putting blocks up and feeling trapped in your own mind. It's like all mental stuff, you know, like I think that's what the situation is and what it's brought about in your life. It's like mental blockage and mental obstacles that you're creating on your own. So the Empress is all about growth, nature or nurturing. I'm sorry, growth, creativity, that kind of thing. But and like fertility, it could be like wanting to have a baby or something like that for those who are trying. But it's in reverse, so maybe there is some kind of stagnation or like obstacles that you're creating around birthing something or like bringing something to fruition, creating something, nurturing something. And I think it's like all mental stuff, because then you have the Queen of Swords. And your Queen's all about being patient too. Like she has this patience about her and this grace about her and this confidence about her. And swords are all about knowledge, like the mind. So, and I think this is in reverse. So it's definitely not. Maybe you're not being patient with yourself, or maybe you've been stagnant too long with the same stinking thinking, and it's really not allowing you to plant seeds and to really move through things in a graceful way or like a nurturing way for yourself. You're not nurturing yourself, maybe, or nurturing the situation in the best way you can because of the mindset. Maybe like changing your mindset a little bit. I definitely think that, so these came out. Vulnerability. I think this is all about friendships and maybe falling in love. Maybe. It could be a love relationship and being vulnerable and putting your heart out there and being vulnerable. Because I think you're going to have great opportunities come if you wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit more and not so guarded or blocked, energy. And I think that will really help you blossom into where you like what you want to be and where you want to go. If it's a relationship, then creating a relationship or like your soul tribe or whatever relationship you're working on here, intimate or friendships, it's being vulnerable and being connected to that and being open to accepting and the possibility of losing it too. Like that's being vulnerable. It's like taking a risk, with boundaries, of course, healthy boundaries and breath. To me, this is all about getting some fresh air, like a fresh concept, like something new. Like you just need like to cleanse. I feel like because swords are air, the breath, to me, this is all about air. I know this could be swords, but it's just about like going out and just kind of wiping away your mental energy right now where it is. Like I just imagine like the wind blowing away all of these negative thoughts and things that are holding you back, that's the vision I got from that. And then the mystery, the last reading had this a lot too. This was all about being grounded. Being grounded no matter where you are. There's a tree rooted in a canoe. It's like no matter where you are, feel grounded, feel rooted, feel like strong and stand in your power. No matter what situation comes about, the mysteries of life, the unknown, and being in relationships and taking a risk is unknown. Like you don't know what's going to come out of it, and really releasing the things that don't serve you anymore, so you can make room for new things. Like this person's. In order for you to obtain something new, to get something new into your hands, you have to empty your hands with what you're holding, right? You can't grab something else if your hands are full. So really releasing the crap that doesn't serve you anymore, all this negative thinking, negative concepts of like your belief system about yourself and the world, the way you see it, if that's you, and really releasing all that so you can bring in positive strength, things that are like empowering to make you feel that you're worthy. And that you have the ability to create and do whatever the hell you want. This is like you're standing in your own way by your mind, like what you're thinking, and holding yourself back from really creating abundance that you want. So, and then how you can move through this intellect and communication. The King of Swords, again, sword energy. The King is all about knowledge, and maybe you're like, trying to contain abundance with something that or you're trying to manifest, you're trying to create something, like a skill or something. But I think that you have to change your mindset for the flow to happen. There's something about this as like just turned on its head. Like it needs to be worked on a little bit. Like seeing the brighter, like seeing the rainbow in the sky. You know, like, I don't know, just, I don't know if people are like, if people are feeling like some kind of depression or something, or like some kind of stagnation of not seeing like the beauty of the world right now. And I totally understand that because of the way things are. But just realize, like, if you are in this state, number one, maybe you can ask for help. You know, finding your relationships, your people that might support you in that. If this is calling to you, I don't know why I'm saying it. It could be directed towards one person, but just knowing you have the skills to work through this, and it's about turning perspective, just like faking it till you make it. I've said this to so many people, like, put a smile on your face even though you want to cry, but put a smile on your face so your body realizes, like, oh, she's smiling, maybe am I missing something? You're like tricking the body, you know, fake it until you make it, until you figure it out. And this could be just with like a skill that you're learning that you don't feel comfortable around or confident about, just changing the mindset about it. It can mean a million different things. I'm actually going to pull one more for that. The Deceit card came out here. I don't know if somebody has had some bad luck with some people at work or something in your life that you're trying to attain. I think your eyes are open now to certain things, and maybe you're sorting things out. I'm not sure. I'm going to pull one more. Deceit, please. Maybe there's some lack of trust or something. The earth energy came out. I'm going to do one more. I think this really went in deep. Or this is somebody in the family, or I don't know. Something's not going with the flow of my reading at all. Something like a sidebar here. Somebody hijacked the reading. This is Empress energy. You know, there's like, I definitely think you're like, maybe you need to nurture a situation that recently happened that you've lost trust in order to flow through this, or believe that you have the skills to move. This could have been like past stuff that maybe somebody made you feel like you weren't worthy, or that you couldn't do it, or maybe your own belief system has deceived you, you know? And this has really gone in deep into the soul, like to a bone level to me. That's what I'm seeing from that. So like something that's been permanent for a while maybe, and just realizing that you're divinely guided, and you have, like, you are nurtured, and you have the ability to work through this. Like, you've gone through a lot, and you've grown through it a lot through this situation, but just realizing that you've grown through it so you can move past it. Like, you've overcome a lot of that energy already. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm sorry if that's not for the majority, but this came out for a reason, so maybe somebody needs to hear it. Do one more. Yeah, like, there's definitely goodness coming out of all of this. Like, you've learned from this situation or mistake or whatever that may be for you. You are divinely guided within your own self. You have the strength. You have that motherly. Maybe it's someone that helped you through it, or you're just having your own strength guide you through this. Like, you've become the mom, you know. But just know that like, you're becoming in a good place right now. You have goodness in you. You have the ability to move through this and create abundance. I mean, abundance is the center card for this. You have abundance coming to you. You can definitely attain it if you don't have it already. Just maybe some of you have it already, and you're just like trying to maintain it, and you're finding out some of this stuff, and it's been hard to maintain what you have. Could be that too, but I think that some change is coming, and just to be prepared for it. And the joy card, I thought it came out again before, but have more fun. You know, be creative, but have some fun with it. I think that's really important for you right now, to feel that lightness, that childlike energy. It's really important. I'm going to clarify here a little bit. So in this position, So in the emotional position, you have the 8 of Swords, which is like you're feeling tied down about something. Maybe you've created these mental blocks, or this tied down feeling, these obstacles, or like this blockages. I feel like somebody could have created it, but you feel stuck, like you can't do it. But she could easily get out of this, no problem. It's just a matter of perspective. Like, it's changing your mindset that you can believe that you can get out of the situation. You know, it's all in the mind here. That's what I said about before. It's like gaining the confidence and believing that you can pass through this new door to like create something new, a new path for you. It's all about believing it and letting go of those negative blockages that you have set for yourself, or that somebody set for yourself that you believe, you know. And then the Mother energy came out. This is another Empress card. It's all about healing, growth, creativity, being nurtured or nurturing the situation, nurturing yourself, nurturing the project, if it's a project or a person, just being nurturing. I think this is more for yourself, to nurture yourself or to feel nurtured in that way. But it also could be you putting that type of energy into something or someone that you need to put it into. So, and then for the the final, how you move through this, along with the resting and the surrendering and then like feeling burned out a little bit, you got the Page of Cups and the Moon. The Page of Cups is, pages are all about new paths, like this new beginning. So I definitely feel like that surrendering and like getting, you know, like what we've spoken about here, the rest and like not feeling burned out anymore, or like kind of lighting the candle back up again, kind of rejuvenating this spark. This is an offering. It could be love. It could be like anything. It could be a relationship situation, a new idea, a new concept for you that would really get you sparking here again, a gift from the universe, you know, going into this new path. So I highly recommend you kind of flow with that energy. And the Moon, it's all about mysterious paths and like the unknown. It could also mean like secrets, or it could mean secrets, you know, or it could be the unseen, unheard things. So pay attention to anything coming up, like something, a message might be coming to you to reveal something that you need to hear. It could be internal, it could be external. But just to be aware and keep your eyes open, you know. And this could be having to do with the Deceit card, about maybe some truths coming out that you need to hear, and you might not. It might push you forward into. I feel like that is going to push you forward into moving forward, because it's in the position of moving out of this whole situation. So I think that the truth being told will set you free, and maybe that's when you start to surrender and, like, you know, get that spark back up. And then the Gift card came out. This is definitely, whatever the situation is and whatever's coming is definitely a gift for you. I think it's where you're supposed to be as a soul on this earth, on this journey. You're taking the next step. You're going into the new path, and it's supposed to be, it's where you are supposed to be. So try not to resist it, and try not to let toxic situations or things coming out hold you back. The Toxic card came. And finding balance in all of this, you know, being discerning of what the things that you're hearing and what you really want to believe. Like, don't listen to people. Like, really be like discerning for your own self, like what you think is your truth. What is your truth, not what somebody else's truth is. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. I'm going to clarify. And the center card, which is like the overall energy, is the High Priestess in reverse. I love these cards. I just see a lot of feminine energy in this, and also like intuition, really using your third eye energy, like really divine energy of like where you're supposed to be, being enlightened by that energy. It's all about intuition and mystery. You know, there's a lot of mystery in your cards. You know, I mean, literally a lot of mystery. It's the unseen, and I think the whole message of this is like being okay with the unknown and the mystery of things. Like really being confident that it's going to be okay on the other end, and it's fun. Like looking at it through a child's lens instead of a fear, because you're living in the future when you're living out of fear, and you're missing like the whole journey, you know, the experience of the journey. So just know that you're guided by your intuition. It's like really listen to it, and don't listen to other people's advice when it comes to this. You can listen, but don't allow it to dictate where you go and not to take the path that you're supposed to take. That's all I'm saying. You can listen and hear and listen respectfully from a distance, but at the end of the day, make your own decision and make sure you use your intuition with this. Make sure you're going with your gut, because that is going to lead you to a really beautiful path. Release some of this toxic energy and like this energy that has been stagnant for a while that doesn't serve you anymore. That's all. I'm going to just do one clarification, and then I'm going to do some Self-care cards, I love to do creativity. I think you have a lot of creativity coming in for you right now, or that you've been working with this. I think this has a lot to do with work too. This reading, work in love or work in relationships or that kind of thing, and not standing in your own way. Really allowing yourself to blossom in the way that you need to blossom, and not allowing that energy to stop you, keep you stagnant. So I'm going to do some, as I say, be childlike in your energy. My child is having a blast downstairs. I can hear her having a lot of fun. Okay. Self-care cards for Scorpio. You know, and I think as a sign, you are very, very mysterious as it is, Scorpios. So it's interesting that a lot of mystery came on here because you are mysterious. So you should be very confident with mystery coming about. Making a gratitude list. Hardcore, totally with this right now. Gratitude, things you want to let go of, and things that you are grateful for. I've been saying this to a lot of people. I just did a reading last night, personal reading. And this was the whole thing. It was about like seeing what you're grateful for on paper, or articulating it or speaking it, so it like can be in your face. Because sometimes we realize like so many things that like negative things pile up on top of what we've been grateful for in the past, and we don't see it. So writing it down makes it very visible, very tangible, very real. I definitely recommend that. Making an altar, it's been coming out for everybody. Making a spot in your house where you can sit and be and do this work and feel safe, and like just have your little stuff around, like a little candle or a cushion and a crystal or whatever floats your boat. But just making a space where you can do some of this work to become intuitive, where you sit in quiet for like 15-20 minutes and allow the chatter to soften while your intuition takes over. Those are the true answers you're going to get right there, when your tuition takes over the mind chatter. So definitely making an altar. I know these are corny, but they're fun. And you know what? So many times they are legit. Seeing, like, I think having more pleasure in life. Definitely being more childlike. Enjoy the little simple things. Could be intimacy if you are here on this new path, or like rekindling an old relationship that you've been intimate with. Maybe like that kind of pleasure. But it's also about just enjoying life and seeing it in a childlike way, to like reconnect with it with new eyes, you know, because we've forgotten as adults how to do that. And beauty ritual. This doesn't come out too much. Like taking care of yourself. Like I've been making these videos and I've been putting makeup on every day. It feels so good. I have COVID hair, but I'm getting cut soon. The storm prevented me from doing that. But, you know, just taking care of yourself. Paint your nails, take a bath, put some makeup on, buy a new shirt. Just do something to regain your confidence, make you feel good. Because it's all about confidence right now. I think that's important. Last one is connect with your ancestors. This is all about connecting with your roots, remembering who you are. I definitely think you should go inward, whether it's connecting with family and reminiscing about that kind of stuff. I said that in the beginning. Definitely connect with your real true roots inside. It might help you overcome obstacles that you have. Or maybe heal some old traumas, you know, like maybe going back to when you were 6 or 7 or 8, and like really sitting with the traumas and realizing like it's not your fault. And like, I don't know why this is coming up, like just realizing like things aren't your fault, and it's okay to be in that space and just to love yourself at that time, and just realize like it was just a situation that happened that people didn't realize how much it would affect someone. So that kind of stuff might be extremely healing for you in a time like this. Might make you have this beautiful flow of energy going inward to the final outcome of your reading. Anyway, Scorpio, I really appreciate you watching. I hope it resonated with you a little bit. If it did, if you could please like and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate the support. This is fun for me, but I do want to like really get into this and really get better at doing this and get better as a tarot reader. And that's my goal, to have fun, but also like engage with people and maybe help people along on their journey, or something that they hear from the cards. Whatever it is, any kind of support is appreciated. Have a great month of March, and I will see you soon.